Hi, and welcome to A Talk with Armani. I am your host, Armani Amon. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a fantastic show planned for you, and when I come back, we'll get right with my first guest. See you in a few minutes. Welcome back to A Talk with Armani. I'm so excited to have my first guest. I mean, when you think of, first of all, she's beautiful. She has a voice like an angel, and she's super, super talented. She has worked with so many people, and I just feel like I can go on and on and on and on and on. But I don't want to take away from our interview. But help me welcome Amber Lashae.
Hi, Lauren. How
Hi.
are you?
So I'm so excited. I mean, you've been working. You've been doing so much.
Oh my goodness.
God is Unleashed. I actually saw a promo for it, and you're coming up out of the water,
Yes.
and you're just like,
Yes.
okay, I'm going to do my thing.
Yes.
How how exciting is this for you?
It's very exciting. I feel like I've been given the opportunity to really align with the universe.
Okay.
And really bring a breath of fresh air and music into the industry.
Okay.
I always say we have the queens, we have the princesses. Now it's time for the goddess.
Okay.
And I truly feel like there's no bigger connection than us as people and how we're connected to the universe. So me coming out of the water, it's truly
It's like
my
a rebirth.
unleashing. Yes,
It's like, I'm
yes.
emerging. You know,
Yes.
you get to experience all my majesty,
Right.
all my strength. You get to
Right.
experience that as I
Yes,
emerge.
yes.
And then you said being one with the universe. So you're just like, I just need to take a few breaths
Right.
and just stop and just let it flow through me.
Right, because it's so much, it's so much going on. Like, it's so much going on, and we get so lost in the chaos sometimes that we forget to just breathe and to just enjoy life and to be nourished by everything. Like, this planet is beautiful. So,
Yeah, you know what? It's an age-old saying that music calms the savage beast.
Right,
And a
right.
lot of times, regardless of what the genre is, whether it's rock, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
hip-hop, whether even, the EMPD or whatever it is
Right,
called now,
right.
people find their soothing spot in
right,
music.
right.
I actually heard someone saying the music was like to the top of their ears, like it was like
Yes.
and they was like, you know what, because I just need to kind of chill out.
Right.
How can you chill with that banging? But they go into their happy
It's a
place,
happy place, right.
with that music. And
Right.
now you're saying, I'm going to channel
Yeah.
all that positive energy. We're
Right.
going to kind of remove the negativity. Let's kind of
Right.
let it go.
It's time.
And then just breathe with me and allow me to soothe
Right.
you into a better place.
Yeah, because like you said, music is the one thing that has the ultimate power to bring us all together. Again, it doesn't matter the genre, it doesn't matter the artist. Michael Jackson was the king of it. He
Yeah.
had the world. He
Right.
had the entire world,
Yeah.
shapes, colors.
I mean, it's
Male,
amazing
female.
that you said that because they were just talking about like the most you watched Super Bowl halftimes,
Yeah.
and then they were talking about different performances. And the gentleman said, Michael Jackson came out on the stage. He
Yeah.
stood there
Right.
for maybe about 2 minutes, and people went berserk,
Bananas.
like they went crazy. And then he moved his head slightly, like a half an inch, and everybody
That's
went
it.
crazy again.
Right.
Like, oh my God, he's alive!
Right.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
knew it when he was on the stage.
Right.
So you're right. Music has the power to do so much, and I think if there's any unity, any common thread,
Yes.
that is going to be the music. I don't think that anything else will be able to kind of get as many people on board on the same type of a subject,
Right.
or even on in the same situation or the same place,
Right.
like music. I mean, because when you look at the arenas that sell out, and there's tens and tens of thousands of people.
Right.
And it doesn't matter of your color, your
Right.
size, your sex,
Yeah.
your religion. None of
We're
that
all
matters.
together.
We came to see a show.
Right. Right.
And in
to
that
feel.
music, we're united.
Right.
So tell me, with you and your music, how did you get started?
Well, I sang growing up. I was always involved in chorus throughout school. I participated in a cappella groups. I sang the national anthem at sporting events.
Okay.
And I was just always involved musically. My father was a DJ.
Okay.
And so from there, I went to school. I studied political science. I got my degree. My parents, pushed education.
Right,
Education was always first. And then from there, I moved here to Atlanta, Georgia, and it was I took it on professionally. I've been signed with Agency Rose Talent, which is my management. I've been with her for about 2 years now, and we've been flying high ever since. Yeah.
And let me ask you a question. When you think about, like you said, I was in church, I was, doing all the things, did the national anthem, I did all these things.
Right.
Okay. When you think about that, and now you're looking now, and you're on iTunes.
Yeah.
You've got all these fans. You've got people that recognize you upon sight.
Right.
And it's like, wow, did you imagine those steps coming? And you're young.
Yeah.
So did you imagine all these steps to now? Did you kind of figure that, okay, by the time I'm 23, I'll have a song on iTunes and I'll be with a fantastic management company.
Right.
Did you think?
Right.
You know what I mean? I'll already be doing my thing. Did you think that?
I've always been a firm believer in what you put out into the universe manifest.
Okay.
So I believe truly what you think is what you manifest. If you think it, you make those moves, it's going to manifest. And so even when I was younger, I always told people that I'm already a star. Everyone just doesn't know it yet.
Okay.
So now it's time for people to know.
Okay. So I'm speaking it into existence. This has already taken place for me. I just need to step into it.
Right. So, but I did. I always knew that, I wanted my song on iTunes. I wanted the world to hear my music. I wanted to make that stamp and to really tell my story to young girls. And I went through a lot growing up. I'm biracial, so I was that in between both worlds my whole life, and I was bullied. So I just really wanted the opportunity to really tell my story, and I think there's no greater way to tell a story than through music.
So if someone were to sit and they were to listen to God is Unleashed, you feel as though they would get to know Amber?
Most definitely, yes. I like to pull, like I said, I pull elements from the universe. So some of my songs are, you'll feel the burn, you'll feel the fire. They're really hot. Those are my bangers. My head knockers. And then some songs you'll turn it and it'll be real cold, and you can really feel that I'm hurt, I'm sad. Right. My heart is broken. And then there's others where it's just like calm water. It's just really relaxed and chill, and you just want to ride on the highway with the top down.
Right. So, I'm just going to kind of just channel all of this. I'm going to turn it on, and then it'll take me through whatever I'm going through. But in listening to the song, basically, I'm walking with someone. I'm if I'm listening to God is Unleashed, I'm walking with Amber as I go through whatever it is that I'm going through. That's fabulous. When you came up, how did you come up with God is Unleashed? Is this, again, because you had this anxiety and you said, you know what, I need to kind of get it out?
Basically, in a nutshell. We decided early, every artist, they come with their marketing plan. They come with their image. They come with who they truly embody as an artist. And very, very early, it was the goddess. We just knew it's the goddess. It has to be the goddess. Walk like the goddess, talk like the goddess, it's the goddess. And so the unleashing was just that, me being able to be reborn, if you will.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you because, I can feel your positive energy coming off you. So, even if I had never even listened to it, of course, I've seen the different promotions, I've heard the songs, but even if I hadn't, your positivity, it's like oozing off you. It's like, and you've got to try this. Right. So I'm very excited. I'm very happy for you. So what's next? What's next for you?
Right now, I am in cahoots with a few different labels. So we are working on a label situation. We're going to keep that a secret for now.
Yes, of course. You just kind of walking through, you shopping through the aisle.
We're
shopping and we're seeing
I'm looking for my favorite.
Yeah, let me see what kind of, looks right. Yeah, exactly. What jumps out at me? Right. What I have to have, that's what I'll go with. I'm not just going to settle for anything. That's right. Which a lot of people are doing now. They're so excited and eager to just try to be attached to something that sometimes they make the wrong choice. So you're absolutely right. You take your time, you slow walk through the aisle, and then you might have to go back around the aisle again. But by the time you get to where you're going, you'll know that you made the right choice. So that's absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for coming and joining me, and just bringing some of that positive happiness here with us as as far as your music, but also your personality. It is so sweet. I really appreciate it because that also transcribes into the music. You know, if you can't have a mean person singing a happy song. You know what I mean? I want you to be happy. Why? You're not.
Exactly.
What do you mean? I can't get that from you. Yes. So thank you so much. You. And I wish you the best of luck. So and you have to come back and see me again.
We are attached. The universe brought us together.
Yes.
So we're
yes. Thank you again.
Thank
you.
Amber
Lashae. And then again, before we go, oh my gracious, I almost forgot. I need your social media. Yes. I need your website. Yes. We need to know how we can continue to support you.
Yes, I would love to welcome the world into my world. You guys can follow me on Instagram at @IamberLashae, Twitter at @IamberLashae, and that's LASHAE. I follow back, I comment back, and yes, I will slide in a DM or two.
Thank you so much, Amber.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll be right back. Welcome back to A Talk with Armani. So that was interesting. We had the ever amazing, song talented, and beautiful Amber Lashae. And we were talking, and of course I have Dayara with me, and we're going to go right into the hot topic because, you know, it's fresh on my mind and I kind of want to get it out. So we were talking about shopping, and, you know, she's an artist. And of course, you know, in the days of old, Clive Davis, RCA, Aris, all of that. You know, artists wanted to be part of a label. That was like, you know, I have arrived. You know, I'm on a label. I'm signed with whatever. And the same thing with actors. You know, I'm represented by this agency. I can go here. I can do that. But there is an increasing amount of people that are saying, I can do this on my own.
Absolutely.
You know, like I don't necessarily have to be attached to a label or to an agency. Maybe I can do it on my own. I guess my question is, because again, what is it? Is it the support of having a name behind you? Is it the validation that says that you were good enough to be signed to, like, what is it?
It's both, I think. You know, I think that before it used to be, a lot of it was, it's a release, you know, like a freedom, like somebody signed me, like somebody's going to take over this, like I've been hustling and grinding for so long and now somebody else is in charge where they can kind of maneuver me in the directions that I need to go. With actors, they feel like that about agents, like, okay, now I don't have to look for my own auditions, I have somebody else looking for them. But in today's society with social media, do you need a label?
Well, see, now with music, you had to be signed. Like, I just read or seen The Unsung with John B. And, which I love John B. John B is fabulous. But when he was not signed, when he did not have a contract, he said he felt like his career was over. Like, I'm not part of a label.
Well, because he felt like a small fish in a big pond.
So again, is it the validation of having this label behind me? As an artist, you know, I'm hot. I feel as though I'm doing all the right things. I'm recording songs. I've got people dancing. And, you know, what is it? Is it money or is it like I'm trying to figure out what makes that the golden ring?
I feel like it's all of it because, like, now you have this big company that's going to put money behind you. So now you know you're going to be better because they've got the skills, they've got the connections, they've got the marketing, they've got all that.
But don't the money behind you also come with a string?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, isn't it a thing
they
where
they
give
want
you
your
$1
soul.
million, but I got to give $1.5 million back?
No, they want 10 million back. They're going to give you $100,000 for $1 million, you know.
But at the same time, I think that, I mean, I could understand it. You know, I'm new, I'm doing my thing, and someone comes to me and they say, you know what, I believe in you and in your dream and in your energy and in your power, so I want you to be part of my family. Now, equally, you have to think that they benefit as much from this union as I do because, you know, they're willing to sign me and do all of that. I think the most important thing, I think the message should be, don't sign with the first person that ring ding,
Yeah.
rings your doorbell. I think that's what it should be.
Especially when big labels are interested in you, then you know you already have the world's attention. Because there's a reason why they're knocking on your door. I mean, we don't have to look very far. We can look at TLC. They were selling so many records. They were number one, everything. They were broke. They weren't making any money. The label was making all the money.
Well, I mean, and you know, I think that what's not being said is that they have these budgets and this money has to be paid back. So, okay, if you make a video that was $500,000 and you didn't take a penny out your pocket to make it, the label paid it, then the label wants their money back.
Yeah.
So if your song only made $250,000, then what money are you supposed to get? Like, I understand that from a label perspective, because if I put in $100,000 into my artist and my artist's song only brings back $75,000, it's like, okay, maybe me as a person, and I'll probably be the only person ever in the world to say this, they might get a check, but anybody else wants all their money back.
Yeah.
You got to give me all mine back.
Yeah.
You know, and then the artist is on Instagram talking about, oh, and I signed with them and they took my whole check. Well, you didn't make enough.
Or anything.
You know what I mean? So, and that's been giving a lot of labels a bad rap because people are so anxious to sign, they're not reading the fine print. They don't know that $50,000 advance that you were given also may have interest on it, or it comes out your first check. So when you do your first show and they're counting out all those stacks of money and you're sitting there waiting for your briefcase and you don't get one, now you want to talk trash, but you didn't read the fine print. You were too anxious to all of a sudden say, I'm signed with Rock Nation.
Right. But as a starving artist, you're so excited to get a check. Like, it's so exciting. The first thing, I know as an actor, like the first time I did something and I got a check, I was like, oh my God. Like, you're so excited. You're ready to sign anywhere. Right. Like, where do you want me to sign? Where's the line? You know? But I think in today's society with social media, you can be independent. You don't have to sign with a record. You can create a fan base all on your own.
You can, but it's hard. You know, I get it why someone would want to have the power. You know, I was watching something, and like, if you watch any of the Unsungs, there's a name that comes through everybody's history, and that's Clive Davis. So he's either old as dirt, or like he's really the beginning and the end. You know what I mean? You either start with him, he come find you, you end with him. Somewhere along the line, a lot of artists has crossed paths with Clive Davis. And he spent a lot of money. I mean, they talk about all kinds of advances. If you look at Next, you know, they actually say that he was part of the reason why they broke up, because he gave RL all that money to record a solo deal. But at the same time, Clive has made a tremendous amount of money.
Of course.
You know, so it's like, if we're not doing our due diligence as the actor, as the artist, as whoever it is that's going to sign the contract, if you don't do your due diligence to protect yourself or to make sure that your interests are protected, then I don't really feel as though there's anybody that you can blame but yourself. You know, like, even when they talked about Toni Braxton and how, oh, she did all this stuff and now she doesn't have any money. But Toni, you know, she had to dig herself. Well, wait a minute. I should have protected myself. I bought Mama a house. I bought this one a house. I did all these different things.
When you were younger.
This is not Babyface's fault.
No.
You know, I had to give that man back the money that he put into my career. And this is what I was left with. Now, on my second win, I'll be smarter.
Right.
You know, and I think that's kind of, you know, like, we've got all kinds of people. And I support the independent artist movement. Of course I do. Even though, you know, Mosaic has a label, we still support the independent artists. There's a lot of things that we will do outside of, you know, not anybody even having a contract, just to help.
Right.
But there's a saying that I say all the time. You have to participate in your own rescue. You have to read your own paperwork.
Yes, but, you know, there's two different there's so many different people in the world, but, you know, there's different parts of human beings. You know, a lot of times these big record labels, they have, you know, their lawyers writing, and, you know, they find a really nice way to write things down. You know, artists are more creative, we're more visual, you know what I mean? Maybe my brain doesn't work in the intellect that their brain works in. So me reading that means nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, here's the thing.
You need a team.
You're giving
A
me
team of lawyers.
Well, no.
Don't sign anything without lawyers.
Come on, Dayar. Okay, you sign with me. I'm going to give you $100,000. What do you want back? From the beginning, we knew that if you give something, you expect something back.
Yeah, but they write dividends and this and
No. Sir, what do you want back? That's it. That's all you got. This is a real simple question.
Two-line contract.
And when do you want it? We can dispense with it all.
Yeah.
What do you want back? You know what I mean? Just ask the question. That's all. You know, we were told not to accept candy from strangers.
Right.
So this strange man is willing to give you a check.
Yeah.
Why, sir?
Why?
What do you want back?
And how much of it?
And how much of it? Thank you so much for joining me with Hot Topic. I will see you next week.
Yep.
And I'll be right back. Thank you so much for joining me today. We had a fantastic show. I want you to please make sure you check out Goddess Unleashed. And again, follow my guest, Amber Lashae. Please, on Instagram, on Twitter. She gave her information. It'll be in the credits. And if you can't find it, feel free to go to www.talkwitharmani.com and you will see the information there. And if you have any comments, any ideas, any suggestions, anything at all, if you don't like my hair, whatever it is, feel free to log on, leave a comment, and I promise you I will reply. Thank you, and I'll see you the next time.